It is Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, and in today's video, we're doing a tier list on who beats Islam Mackhachev. He's got one loss in his career, arguably the GOAT of mixed martial arts. And you're probably wondering, dude, in your last video was November 18th, what are you doing? I'm bored, have time, let me record some videos, just got off work, let me bang some. Look, guys, I'm on that grind. Until New Year's, I am on that grind. So let's go over the fighters. We got most of the realistic welterweight opponents, current welterweight opponents, a couple lightweight opponents, and a couple historic opponents that we're going to go over. And for the tier wise, I just mangled a bunch of words, but tier wise, beats him 50-50, has a shot, doubtful, but a good fight. So there's still a chance, but doubtful. No, but still a good fight, and no and bad/boring fight, similar to what we saw with JDM. Look, guys, I did not put this in this particular order. I wanted to save Colby Covington for around the end. We'll get to the guys at the end. Don't worry. We'll start off with Colby Covington. No, but still a good fight. The build-up's going to be awesome. This fight never happens, by the way. But this is a good fight because the build-up's going to be great. Colby Covington is going to be rage-baited by Islam Mackhachev. Even though Colby's one of my favorite fighters ever. He's electric. He's going to be rage-baited by Islam. Islam's going to be like, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing, brother? You don't know what you're talking about, brother. You're a good boy, brother. He's going to say, You got cut. You almost got cut by the UFC, so you had to put on a character, brother. Go to WWE, brother. Anyways, no, but still a good fight. Joaquin Buckley, no and a bad fight. Colby Covington has better wrestling than Joaquin Buckley, and I think Joaquin Buckley's a better fighter. I mean, we've seen this fight. Joaquin Buckley's a better fighter. But just the build-up's not going to be as good. I think Colby's going to go out there and frickin' slug bombs and maybe stuff a takedown, but that's about it. This fight's over in 2 rounds, 3 rounds at the most. But for Joaquin Buckley, this is probably a 5-round smudge fest, similar to what we saw with JDM. Not interested in all that. Arman Tsarukyan, doubtful, but still a good fight. This could be a very high-level fight on the ground. But I think this fight would stay on the feet for the most part. This fight likely never happens due to the fact that Arman's at lightweight and Islam's moved up, and it seems like he's never going back down. You missed your chance here, Arman, because you actually had a shot and show us what this fight is like after you already lost when you were a tadpole. Doubtful, still a good fight. Arman might be able to pull it off, but I doubt it. Bilal Muhammad, no and a bad fight. Islam's just better all around. And I think we see something really similar to what happened with JDM. Once again, guys, Bilal's a better fighter than Colby Covington, but everything around it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. Ilia Topuria. We're already this early in the video, and we found our first guy who I think beats him. I think whether it's at 155 or 170, he still beats him. His chances are significantly better at 155, but I still think he's got a 60% chance at beating Islam. The big thing is, that would be a featherweight going up to 170 to fight arguably the greatest fighter of all time. If they met at 155, I'm pretty certain Ilia knocks his fucking shit out. Sorry for my language, but yeah, I think he knocks him out. 170, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Islam's going to be bigger and stronger. But at the same time, how much mass can Ilia's body hold? Like, if he's walking around with 170 pounds of lean muscle, that could be dangerous. Let's go on to Max Holloway. 50-50. Max Holloway's a dude that I'm super high on. I think his length, like, he might not be, like, physically longer than him, but the way he keeps his distance, I think would prevent a lot of takedowns, and his volume is second to none. I would probably I'd lean Max in this fight, and it might be disrespectful. This fight's never happening. Again, this fight's never happening. I'd lean Max in this to win by decision, but this would be like one of those split decision type of things. And if Max Holloway shuts down the takedowns, this would be an amazing fight on the feet. Benoit Saint-Denis. Doubtful, but still a good fight. Benoit Saint-Denis has seen people die. Benoit Saint-Denis has killed people in the battlefield. He's an absolute marauder. His striking isn't great, but he's got so much power. Like we saw what happened to Beneil Dariush. You could go out. I think his grappling is good enough to keep some sort of composure. He's not going to be scrambling all over the place on the ground, freaking out, not being able to get up. I think Islam takes like a 49-46 here. But I think that's an amazing fight. I think Benoit Saint-Denis and Islam is an amazing fight. Don't know if it happens. Maybe if Benoit Saint-Denis goes to 170, this could happen. But 170 is an absolute mess right now. Michael Chandler. So here's the thing with Michael Chandler. He could beat anyone. He has the tools and the first round, I'm going to call it scare ability, to beat anyone. But he's stupid. He's stupid. That's the thing. He's stupid. And he's old now. But there's always a chance, man. Like, he could blitz at you in the first round, and he could drop Islam. And he's just so explosive. Like, I don't think he beats him, but he's got a shot. Like, I'd have him like over Benoit Saint-Denis to beat Islam. And by the way, all of these guys could beat Michael Chandler. But Michael Chandler could beat all of these guys. If you know what I mean. If you're not on the same wavelength, that's completely fine. I get it. He's a freak. Michael Chandler is a freak. We don't know much about Michael Morales. What we do know is he's 19-0, has knockout power, first round knockout power. Looks like he's got some takedown defense. Just beat the second best welterweight in the world by first round knockout, who was a dominant grappler and couldn't take him down. And he's huge. He's absolutely massive. He's listed at 6 foot. I think that's absolutely crazy. He's probably like 6'2" or 6'3". Ian Gary is 6'3". I'd want to see these guys stand beside each other. There's no way, there's no chance in hell that Ian Gary is 3 inches taller than Michael Morales. That is huge. 3 inches is massive. And look, he's a freak, dude. Like, Michael Morales is a genetic freak, crazy pop. Looks like he's got takedown defense. Maybe I'd need to see one more fight, but if I'm Islam, this is the guy I'm avoiding. I'd rather fight Ilia Topuria than fight Michael Morales. I need to see one more fight. Shavkat Rakhmonov has a shot. I'm not huge on him. I think Ian Gary kind of showed that Shavkat isn't this dangerous guy when he's not fighting absolutely elite welterweights. Obviously, he's similar to Morales in the way that he's finished everyone he's fought. They've got a 0. Upper teens and O. But Michael Morales just did it against Sean Brady. And Shavkat couldn't do it to Ian Gary. And Shavkat looked worse in that fight. He won 3 rounds, but he looked worse in that fight. I'm torn on Carlos Prates because he is incapable of anything on the ground, as we saw against Leon Edwards. but he has the most freakish power in the UFC. Like, he has the touch of death. I think he's got 6 or 7. I think he's got 6 or 7 knockouts in the UFC, and all of them are walk-offs. And he put Leon Edwards' lights out with a straight. And it wasn't even like it was a war. It was like the first time Carlos Prates touched him. Straight death touch. This could either be 50-45 or Carlos Prates knocks him out at the start of a round. Ian Gary, I'd go 50-50. I think Ian Gary's arguably the smartest fighter in these specific weight classes. He might not have the crazy tools that someone like Michael Morales or Carlos Prates or Arman Sarukian's grappling, but he is so smart and he's huge. He's 6'3", guys. I think that would be an excellent fight. I'd probably lean Islam, but Ian Gary definitely has a chance against him. He definitely has a chance against him. He made Shavkat look human. He went 5 rounds with Carlos Prates. He got hit a couple times, 4-1'd him, and he's just a dog, man. He's just a dog. Sean Brady. If this was before the Michael Morales fight, actually I can't even say that because Islam isn't as good on the feet as Michael Morales. I'd say Sean Brady has a shot if this goes to the ground. It was believed that Sean Brady was like the most dominant grappler in 170 before Islam came up. I'd say he's got a shot. I'd definitely go Islam, but he's definitely got a better chance than Arman. He's definitely got a better chance than BSD. I actually think Carlos Prates has a better shot than all of these guys. Even though he's the worst on the ground out of everyone on this list, it's the touch of death, and it's fucking scary. Kamaru Usman, this is a 50-50 fight. I would lean Islam in a 5-round fight, but we saw Kamaru Usman draw Khamzat Chimaev, and if you score the first round at 10-9, I'm not suggesting anything, but anyways, yeah, he's old, his knees are wobbly, but Kamaru Usman was one of the most dominant champions of my generation. An absolute stud. He's got good striking, not as good as it used to be, as we saw in the Buckley fight, but his wrestling is still there, as we saw in the Buckley fight. Which makes you wonder how Leon ever beat Kamaru. I was a huge fan of Leon Edwards. He was one of my favorite fighters, and still is one of my favorite like personality fighters. But in terms of fighting, like it's skidding for Leon, and it's just not a good fight. Islam takes him down, and even beats him on the feet. This is probably 49-46, like very dominant 49-46, 50-45. Gabriel Bonfim, I'm not super well versed. I know he's got knockout power. I'm gonna say no, but still a good fight. He's on the rise in the 170 rankings. He's probably 2 fights away from a title, 2 wins away from a title. But I can't even say that because 170 is freaking crazy. Look at all these dudes in 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, 155, 155. Crazy. I can't do anything else. JDM, no, and a bad fight. He could not defend a takedown to save his life. And when he was on the ground, he had nothing for him. He didn't even try to get up. It looked like in the first round when the fight started, it was like, oh, he's blitzing him. And then after that, he got taken down, and he was just a turtle for the rest of the fight. Now we got our 3 legends down here, guys. 3 legends. GSP, Khabib, Conor McGregor. GSP, doubtful but a good fight. Doubtful but a good fight. Look, second most takedowns in UFC history. One of the best wrestlers of all time. don't think he's got better tools than Islam anywhere. Whereas if you look at a lot of these guys, like better on the feet, better on the feet, better on the feet. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of rethinking this, to be honest. I think we're going to do something like this. I got to move Ian Gary down. Kind of similar to GSP in a way that, aside from his wrestling, wasn't great or wasn't amazing, wasn't the best at anything, but was great at everything type of feel. Yeah, I go GSP as a shot. Khabib, I'll go 50-50. I think Islam just keeps us on the feet and dominates them. But if this goes to the ground, Khabib was a little bit more physical. Be really interesting on the ground. I wonder if Khabib still rolls with him to this day. But I just think this fight stays on the feet. And then Conor McGregor, I would say no, but still a good fight. We saw in the Khabib fight that he can defend a takedown. Eventually he couldn't. But he did. He had some great scrambles. And obviously he wasn't like Conor McGregor that we knew prior to that in that fight. Didn't really take it seriously, which is crazy because it's the biggest fight in MMA history, one of the biggest combat sports fights ever. At the end of the day, Islam's just a better fighter than Conor McGregor. On the feet and on the ground. So while this will be a good fight based on everything around it, and McGregor might even stay on the feet for the first bit, he doesn't get the job done. So yeah, that's the tier list. I think Ilya is currently the only dude that I'm like pretty confident that he beats him. Yeah, Michael Morales I think beats him, but I just haven't seen enough. I mean, I've seen enough, but I don't know. There's still some sort of mystery with him. Kamaru Usman's a great fight. Khabib's a great fight. Max Holloway's a great fight. And if I were to pick anyone from like this area down to beat Islam Mackhachev, and it's crazy because GSP's right here, and GSP's the third greatest fighter of all time, I'm going Carlos Prates. Freakish strength, dude. I've never seen anything like him. It's the death touch. I've never seen anything like him. So yeah, that's the tier list, and that's all I got for you guys today.